Hi there. In this video, I'm going to be showing you the Jobs module. This module is located under the Website tab inside of this module called Jobs. Let's first take a look at this on the front end of the website. First off, we have a job listing page where you can filter by different options such as full-time, part-time, category, location, those types of things. You can also see all these listed out here. So let's go ahead and click on one of these. Each one of these listings has its individual detail page about this job. So in this case, we're looking at Child Care Counselor for East Branch. And we can see some information about this. If we take a look, you'll be able to edit all of this information. And if we click Apply for this job, this will take us to whichever employment application we have specified. Okay, in this case, we have a fully fleshed out employment application that has multiple different pages to it. And so, as you can see, if we click Next, it says Next Applicant Information. And so that's going to take you to the next page for all the applicant information when you click that and fill this out. Okay, but some WISE may not need something fully fleshed out. They may just need like a general, employment interest form where they can just get in contact with them, put their contact information in, and get the ball rolling. Okay, so you'll be able to choose those from the within the Jobs module. So now let's take a look at this on the back end. First off, when you're in the Jobs module, you are first under the Candidates tab. Okay, and in here we have a few different things going on. So we have the name of the person that filled out the job titles of the job applications that they have applied for, the job code, status, and submitted, the date and time that they submitted it. Okay. Now, as you can see, we have two of these listed out here. We have one that they applied for Youth Sports Director, and this has a job code of 002. We also have another one that applied for two job titles, and they have a job code of 001. Now notice here that both of these child care counselor these are both for child care counselor positions, and they are just simply at different facilities. So this might be the case if you want to have the person be able to apply for multiple different job types that are very similar to one another. You can do that by simply marking each of these job positions with the same job code. So both of these job positions share the job code of 001. So because of that, they are now marked as both having applied for both of these jobs. Okay. Otherwise, if you want them only to be able to apply for one job title at a time, just make sure each job title has a unique job code. Okay. So now let's go ahead and click Edit on one of these, and we can see all the details of this individual candidate. Okay, we can see their name, email, status, job code, a resume if they uploaded one. They also have all of the submission information. Okay. You can also email the candidate straight from here. So if we click on email for this job listing, we can email them something like an acceptance, schedule an interview email, or a confirmation, application received email, or whatever that case is, rejection, no openings, rejection, not qualified. So you can create some different email templates in here to send them if needed. Okay. So then once you do that, so you would pick on one of these. So let's say confirmation, application received, click preview, and then you can send this email. So you'll have to make sure you specify a from address, okay, a subject line, HTML body, as well as text, and then click send. Okay, and that will actually send that email to the person. Now, one thing to be aware of is that every person that submits a job application will be sent a email that is listed inside of the job listing itself. So it's not like you have to send them every time. It automatically sends that. But if you need to send another email, feel free to do that here. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to job listings. This is going to be where all of the different job listings that you have will be found. Okay, so you have three different job listings in here currently. 2 for child care counselors, just different branches, and then we have the youth sports director. And as we can see, as mentioned earlier, both of these share the same job code, and this one has a unique job code. Now notice here that we also have categories. So this one is specific to East End branch, this one's specific to West End branch, and this one is all branches. So you can see those things there, and you can categorize them and link to a categorized list. A lot of Ys will link to a filtered list for their branch specific, so this will allow for doing something like that. You can also have multiple different job listings in here. Maybe they're active at the time, maybe they're not active right now. So you can just kind of turn them off and on depending on what's going on with your YMCA and what's open and available for applications right at that moment, but you don't actually have to delete them. You can just hide them for later. Okay, so let's go ahead and edit one of these. All right, so we'll edit this one here first. All right, so we have a few different pieces of information in here. We have the job title itself. So that's going to be what we're seeing here, Child Care Counselor East End Branch. Okay, so that's what we're seeing there. We have the job code, we talked about that. The category, this again is going to be allow you to keep things organized as well as being able to link to a filtered list. And we'll get to that here in a minute. All right, so lookups, this is basically going to give you some predetermined options and for some specific things such as contact, location, job type, facility, response email. So all of these are predetermined and can be created very easily. So if you need to add more, no worries there. So we can select the contact. You can see there's these drop downs here that says like location, job type, facility, response email, and those types of things. Now before we move on, I just want to quickly show you where those lookups can be found. Lookups can be found within the Lookups tab, and you can see Lookups has these multiple sub-tabs, and each of these correspond to an individual lookup category that we have here. Okay, so we can see location, we can edit location, and then fill in all of the information there for East End branch and add a new one if we need to, and then we can switch over to contacts if needed, add more contacts. So contacts would be someone that is actually the main contact person on a job post. Okay, job type, facility, status, and then the templated email. So you can create more templated emails if you need to, but those are where those email templates are found that we mentioned earlier. All right, so that's going to be where you can find the lookups. The candidate application form, this is going to be where when you click on this job and you want to apply for it, when you click this apply button, that's going to be the form that you're taken to. So you can select that from here. Okay, so right now this is just an employment application form that we have created. You'll be able to find these forms basically inside of the forms module. Okay, so all of the forms inside the forms module, this is covered in a separate video, will be able to be accessed from this drop down here, and you'll basically just pick one of those. Okay. Job info, so this is going to be where you can specify all the information for the job, so such as keywords, salary, description, requirements, and benefits. So all this different information you can specify there. Okay, and then lastly, if you want to make a job inactive just because maybe you're not taking any more applicants for this at a given time, you can set the active status to no, and that will turn it off and not allow it to be shown on the main listings. So this will allow just hide it from this page here. Okay, so let's go ahead and just keep this here. All right. Then lastly, you have a categories tab. Pretty simple. These are just the categories that we mentioned earlier. Now I will quickly show you that you can link to this just in a categorized list, just like many of our other modules. So let's go ahead and go to the jobs module, click next, and then we can say all items in category of, let's say East Branch, and click next. And we click go. Now it's going to take us to a page that says East End Branch, positions available. And then we have just one right now, obviously. So you can kind of see how you can kind of create different links and different pre-filtered lists and those types of things. All right. So that's going to be it for the jobs module. You really have the ability to create job posts, collect candidates, and be able to send them emails and correct correspondence and those types of things. All right. Let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to reach out to support@thriveim.com, and we'll always be there if you need anything. All right. Thanks for watching.